Hello there. Welcome to episode 3 on the Stonevania server. This one's gonna be a big one. Today we are building a super sheep farm. That's about it. That's today's goal. Now you might notice I have literally nothing. I am naked. I have nothing. All of my stuff is gone because I died in a cave really far away and then I just lost everything. So to start out this episode, I need to get some gear. And the best way we can do that is we can go into the nether, do a little hop, skip, and a jump to the other portal that I have on the nether roof. And here's where I have my iron farm. So I'm going to sit here and get some iron. I shall see you in a moment. And after 2 minutes, let's see how much we got. I just realized I have no way of getting up there because I have nothing. Give me 1 second. I grabbed some dirt and now we're making the absolute ugliest staircase. But it works and we can just go in here and grab all of the iron that the farm has made. Now it's not going to be like too much because I sat here for, again, literally 2 minutes, but I just need some. Because I mean, we still got 40 pieces of iron and that's plenty for armor and tools. I can then go to spawn and start cooking up some potatoes, as well as make some iron tools and armor. And the last of our potatoes are now finished cooking up. So I think we're all set to hit the mines. Now that I've found myself in a cave, let's dig around and see what we can find. And already I'm finding some diamonds, so this is pretty sweet. My current objective is to get full diamond armor and full diamond tools. I'm just hoping that these guys make my life easy. Not necessarily easy, but just, I don't want to die. If I die, I'm going to be so mad at myself because I don't know how to get back down here. But I see more diamonds. I need you to go bye-bye, though. Thank you. I made sure to... Wow, okay. That came out of nowhere. Didn't even hear him. Genuinely did not even hear him. Okay. I don't know where I am. Well, we're back at spawn now. Completely reset. So we have to do what we just did again. Or we can maybe try and find my stuff in the cave. Who knows? As I have died so many times, I have absolutely zero resources. I'm just going to find out where I went into the cave, which I believe is over here. And I'm just running in there with blocks to see if I can find my stuff. I'm giving this one shot. If I can't find my stuff, then it's gone. Okay, I found my initial hole. I don't know how I'm going to get down there without dying, though. This is what I'm doing. I'm falling, and I'm placing a block. And I'm falling, and I'm placing a block. This is how I'm going to do it without dying. Okay, that was poor. That was really bad. Oh, lovely. We're trying... Okay, I said I was going to do it one time. We're doing one more try because I have an idea. I found some armor and some tools, and we're going to try one more time to get in there. I have a little bit of food, not much, but if we can find my stuff, then I'll have plenty more. And I'm actually feeling really good about being able to get my stuff back, so let's just do this thing. All right, I found the hole, which I went into last time, so we can swim down here. Place water buckets this time. Okay, there's so many skeleton. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, this bad. I have to remember the part I went down in order to get deeper into the cave. I think it was just that little hole that's right there. So we're gonna go down here. Yeah, I was right down here. We're good. Now I died. Yep, right over there. I can see my stuff. Yes. All right, we got my stuff back. Didn't think it was going to happen, but we did. Okay, there's some of this I really do not need, so we're going to throw that there. Then we can just do a quick organization of the inventory. And just like that, we are back in business. Now let's get those diamonds. I am going to be a lot more careful this time around, and I brought a bed down here, so if I'm going to die, I'm literally just going to place the bed and respawn right where I just died. So hopefully I won't lose anything. But now let's run around. I need some redstone. I need some diamonds. That's probably pretty much it. I could probably use a little bit of lapis, but anything else? No, I don't really need it. I mean, I have an iron farm, so why would I? I think, yeah, if we just go as deep as possible in these caves, I think that we'll find some good stuff down here. Diamonds! I heard a skeleton. I need to take care of this guy first. There we go. He's not getting us today. Oh, this is a big vein of diamonds. Boom. Just like that, we are already at 17 diamonds. Ooh, more diamonds. Don't fall in the lava. Haha, it did not. More diamonds. Oh, there's even more diamonds over here. More diamonds. I did it. Okay. He just put on all of my armor. But I did exactly what my plan was. I was stressing out like crazy, but I put down the bed right before I died. And I did it again. But my plan worked. As I was saying, right before I died, I made sure to put down this bed. And now we are here. We are alive. We are thriving. Oh, we're probably going to die again. I would hate if that happened, but you know, if it's what happened, it's what happens. We can take this guy. Come on. There we go. I got rid of the bed, so now if we do die, it's really bad because we're back at spawn. But that saved me. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Oh, hello. Yep, you just die. I'll just let you explode. I'm hoping to find just a few more diamonds, but I don't want to get too greedy. So if I see my opportunity, I might also just try and get out of these caves. Because I got, I think, 34 diamonds right now. Yeah. Ooh, more diamonds. Ooh, more diamonds. Those are right next to the other ones. Ooh, even more diamonds. But I still cannot find a way out of these caves. I really don't want to die down here. I have so many diamonds. Please don't let me die down here. Ooh, even more diamonds. Ooh, even more diamonds. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there's more. I found even more diamonds, but not a way out of here. Okay. This is a situation we put down the bed. I don't think I'm gonna die, but if I do, I put down the bed. Aha! That's why we put down the bed. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're placing down the bed. Oh, that broke my shield. I thought I had another shield on me. Quick. Quick! Quick! No! Oh, that was bad. Well, we can just take care of these guys quick. Ah. Alright, hopefully we can find a way out. I'm just not seeing anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so over trying to find a way out. I think I'm literally just gonna dig straight up. I'm tired of dead ends. We're digging up. I don't care if it's a forbidden rule in Minecraft. I'm digging up. I'm tired of this. I should have done this forever ago. I would have been out literally 30 minutes ago. But we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it now, and that's all that matters. We're alive, and we're getting out of here. Oh my gosh, as I say, that gravel fell on my head. Oh my goodness, that's not even funny. That's not even funny. That was stressful, but we did it. We got out of the caves with 63 whole diamonds. That is fantastic. I just needed new armor and tools, and there we go. I have plenty of diamonds for that. And I think in a future episode, we should enchant all this stuff because I keep dying way too easily. Now that we're back, we can dump everything into its respective chests. And I can make full diamond armor once again. We can just get rid of this stuff. And there we go. We are once again blue. We can do the same thing for our tools. And we still have a good remaining 30 diamonds. Now let's get back on track here. Today's goal, we're doing the sheep farm. I have most of the materials already ready to go back here. It really didn't take much. I just needed redstone, and that's why I died in the cave. And that's why we had to go mining for new stuff, because I died and lost everything in the cave. So yeah, you're caught up on that. The last thing I need is grass blocks, because there are no grass blocks in the industrial district, which is where I want to build this thing. So if we go to spawn, we will see that some people have been working on some villager breeders and trading areas, because if we just go over here to where they all are and then go to one of these book guys, I believe, haha, Silk Touch, it is only 15 emeralds. So all I got to do, come up with 15 emeralds, and I think we can do that. I mean, who do we got here? We got some farmers. Okay, you take wheat. That's good. There's some wheat over there. I think my best bet to getting some of these emeralds is going to talk to these guys and trading a whole bunch of sticks for them. Now, through many different means, I got 17 emeralds, which means we can come over here, buy the book, and then use this anvil over here to put it on our shovel. Oh, I gotta put it that way. There we go. Now we have a Silk Touch shovel. Now all I'm going to do is find an area right over here to mine a whole bunch of grass, and then we'll have everything we need for the sheep farm. So I think this place is as good as any. Let's just mine a whole bunch of grass blocks. I'm thinking that 3 stacks should be plenty. And now we have everything that we need, including all of the sheep back here. I have quite a few of those. So let's grab the materials. We can then dump all the items into a chest, and we can go back and do a few more trips, because I do not have an ender chest or any shulker boxes yet. But after a few more trips, we have everything transported over here. So I think it's time to get to building. The first thing I want to do, even though it might not make much sense now, is I'm going to build a line all the way down the entire stretch of where I'm going to be building this thing. And now that this is all done, we can get started on the actual building. In order to build this farm, which I did design myself, obviously I didn't design the main contraption that this farm uses, but I designed the whole system myself, because with this farm I'll be able to have 6 of every kind of color sheep in here. And so the best way I found out how to do that is by using hopper minecart on a rail system, which just dump everything into a hopper that is just sitting here at the bottom. So that's what we're going to build first. Just like this, we have 2 hoppers going into this dirt, which is going to be chests at the end. But now you see why I put the dirt here. And then we just have a little ring of the rails on top with them being powered. And then that is a complete module right there. Then we go 2 blocks out and then go right on the dirt again. The dirt is there so that we have the hoppers facing in the correct direction. So what we can do is we can start by just putting all of the hoppers then in the correct places. Then we can go out and build the platforms behind them, and it'll look something like that. Then we can go around and place all of the rails in place and powering them as well. And just like that, the collection system is complete. The next thing we want to do is grab our grass blocks, and we are going to be putting a grass block on every single one of these rails, adding an extra one on this side, on that corner, and on the opposite corner as well. Just like that. We will then take the observers and place them facing into the grass blocks, then putting a block behind it with a piece of redstone on top and a dispenser facing into the grass. And now we'll do the same thing spaced 1 block away and one more spaced 1 block away. And now that is half of one of the modules. Now the next thing we're going to do is the exact same thing, but in the gaps, just like that. So you can see how they're kind of offset every other block, because this will allow for the max amount of sheep to fit into the space. Now this is just one module. We have to do 15 more modules to account for all of the other colors. So let's get to that. We can start by placing more grass, then doing the observers, the block set behind them, the redstone on top, and the dispensers facing the grass. And again, we'll do the same on the other side. And there's another module complete. And there's another one done, and another one, and there's another one, another one, and another, and another, and another, and the last one. All complete. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? So that is it for the circuit part. All we have to do now is put up the walls where the sheep are going to be. Those walls are going to be too high, and it's going to go on every other block just like this, and also on top of the dispensers. This is so that the grass can still grow underneath and in between, but then the sheep is also still here, and it looks cool. I'm thinking about in the future coming back and dyeing each section its color, because I think that would be really, really cool, but that's something I'm going to have to do in the future, because this is a lot of glass that I have, and I don't have too much of every single dye in the games, but definitely a project for the future. But we can just go around and place glass all over, and just like that, every single piece of glass is in the correct spot. Doesn't this thing look beautiful? It is really starting to come together. The next thing I have to do is load up every single one of these dispensers. There are 96, but we have to load them up with shears, and I'm thinking I'm filling all 9 slots, because then this farm can literally work forever. That means I'd need 9 times 96 for the shears, which, if you wanted to know, is 864. That's a lot of shears, because that is 13.5 stacks. And you want to know the best part about shears? They don't stack. So that is 16 double chests worth of shears. Good thing I have a super iron farm that has been working in the background this entire time. Each one looked like it had about 2.5 stacks of iron, which is a really, really good start, because that made me this many shears going all the way to here, filling 5 and almost 6 double chests. So that's a really, really, really good start. Now I'm probably just gonna sit over here and AFK for the rest of it. So allow me to just put myself in a box, and I shall see you in, well, a split second for you guys, about an hour or 2 for me. After a few hours of sitting around, I made my way back up to the iron farm, and look at how much iron we have. Oh my goodness. I think this should be plenty, because we were able to make every single pair that we needed. Every single one of these chests is full. That means we have all of the shears that we need, and I still have plenty of iron left over. Now it is time to move all of these into every single one of these dispensers. So you get 9 per dispenser, so this is going to take a moment. All I need to do is just fill up my inventory and then put them in the dispensers. And just like that, every single one of these dispensers is full. I used some dirt blocks and placed them in between all of the dispensers just as a little marker for myself. But I was also thinking ahead because now the next part of this is getting sheep into every single one of these holes. And I want to make sure that they go in the correct spots and not the spots with the redstone, so I put some dirt to block it up. This is going to be the worst part, by the way. So what I've done is I've built a little bit of a platform right here with the staircase up to the big old sheep farm. Now all we have to do is get all the sheep from my house through the nether and into here. It's going to take quite a few trips, but it'll be fine. This is another task that is going to take forever. But we're just going to start simple with literally 2 sheep, because I think this is going to be the best way to do this. And this guy keeps getting stuck on blocks. Come on, buddy. Now that we got him through the portal, we just have to drag him across the nether roof. And just like that, we have 2 sheep in here. Now, it wasn't so bad to get him in here, but I don't want to do that for the other like 40 sheep I have at my house. So I have a plan. I am going to make a sheep roller coaster. It's gonna make it so that I can literally just take the sheep from over here and bring them to my industrial district without the hassle of having to lead these guys or do any of that stuff. After some work, the roller coaster is completely done. This is the ending portion in the industrial district. It has a little area where it's gonna dump off the sheep, but it goes all the way into the portal. Then it goes on the roof of the nether all the way over to my other portal. And then it also goes all the way through my little base and to the sheep right here in the back. So now we can just fill up this rail with as many minecarts that can fit. I think that's as many minecarts as I can fit on there. I put some more fences around here to keep it all contained, but now this is literally the plan. We're just gonna remove these fences, and then once we have a majority of them full, we can literally just release them. Isn't that fun? And I gotta make sure to block this off. Oh no, we have some sheep escaping. Just like that, this is all of the sheep that I had at my house. Yes, a few of them died, so it's a little less than I really did have, but we can just breed them and we'll get back up to the number very, very shortly here. But now that we do have all of the sheep here, we can start getting them into the system. All we have to do is get the sheep up on top here and then drop them in to the spots. Come on, bud. You're so close. You're so close. Go in a hole. I don't care which one. Just, I need you to go in one of them. There you go. And there we go. We have 1 sheep in there with the wool dyed. Now I have to do this 95 more times. It's gonna take a bit. Oh my goodness. After a literal 2.5 hours of my life, every single sheep is in here. There are 96 sheep here. 16 different colors, 6 sheep of each color. That took so long. We're on the home stretch now. There's just a few little more housekeeping things that we have to get done here. First, I'm gonna get rid of this ugly platform because I don't need it anymore. We can dismantle the pen where the sheep were held as well. I can do a few other things such as getting rid of all of the ugly dirt blocks that were in between all of the glass. And now I can put in the chests for the collection system. And then last, but certainly not least, we can put in all of the minecart hoppers, and then we can use a fishing rod to get them going. And there you have it. Every single thing is done. There is wool piling into the chests. Every single color of wool you could possibly need right here being produced at max efficiency. Now, the last thing I do really want to do, more just in terms of looks, is I want to build little platforms building out from each of the different colors, just so then I have a clear indicator of what wool is what, and then I can also just jump between them when I want to collect stuff. Again, eventually everything is going to connect up with a giant super sorter, which will make all of this completely not useless, but I won't have to do it all manually. It'll all just sort itself and everything will come together, and it'll be a lot easier than jumping around having to get every piece of wool myself. So there you go. The farm is complete. Or so I thought. When I was just now placing these blocks, I realized a grave mistake. This sheep right here that is in the front of every single one of these modules is not getting its wool collected because the hopper minecart only stops here and he's on this block. So I have to extend all of these by a block. I thought I was going to be done with this. This farm is taking forever. But we're there. We're almost there. We're so close. I just need to fix this one little issue. After a solid chunk of time, it is fixed. I did it. All of the modules are able to collect wool off of this block, meaning that this sheep right here is able to get his wool collected. Our farm is now working, completely done, and it's working at peak efficiency. So now what I'm going to do is a little bit of a test. We're going to see how much this farm can produce in about 2-ish hours, just to know how good is this farm really. And besides, I need wool for my next project, and you'll have to tune into next episode to see what that is. So let's build ourselves a little box over here and sit. Well, it's been 3 hours. Let's see how we did. If I just go over here. Alrighty, look at that. About a little over 6 stacks, or just 6 stacks in each of them is what it's looking like. Ooh, some of them almost have 7 stacks. Oh yeah. In just 3 hours, that's pretty good. So with that, I think my job is done today. We have the wool farm all good and ready to go. And now because we have so much wool, I think I'm going to sell it. I think I'm going to make a wool shop next episode. So make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. And I'll see you there. Bye-bye.